Seth Rogen, the Emmy-nominated comedic actor, built his career playing counterculture archetypes, from his debut on Freaks and Geeks in 1999 as Ken.
So what do people do when they're not stoned?
Well, no. Relate to one another?
To weed-loving Dale in Pineapple Express.
Cops, cops, cops.
He's never shied away from his self-proclaimed stoner persona.
In my early 20s, I would just talk about how I smoked weed, and I could see that people really were sort of fascinated that I was so open about it and that I wasn't ashamed of it and that I was also like a productive member of society who was gainfully employed and punctual, you know. It's easy to clean.
Now the actor has turned his favorite pastime into a successful business venture, the cannabis lifestyle company called Houseplant, selling luxury accessories for smokers like ashtrays and lighters. Founding the company with his longtime friend, Mikey Moore.
So it kind of works as an ashtray. You can kind of clip your joint.
Houseplant also now sells consumable products, like seltzers made with THC, the psychoactive chemical found in marijuana. And these drinks seem to be popping up everywhere.
It says THC-infused seltzer.
I love these personally because I can feel relaxed and I know what I'm going to be expecting.
Even reality star Bethany Frankel posting on her TikTok.
And now I'm hearing from you guys that a serving is 1.5 ounces, and I had 8 to 10.
Hemp-derived THC drinks are legal for people over 21 in many states, even in places where marijuana sales aren't.
The weed industry in America is very difficult to navigate and incredibly hard to make worth your time, essentially. And a lot of people are weird about smoking weed in general. And beverages, I think, are a much more intuitive way to ingest something that is, affects your mind state.
And it's not just the culture around drinking versus smoking, but the legality too. That's because of a 2018 federal farm bill that nationally legalized THC derived from hemp plants, as long as the plant has a THC content of 0.3% or less by dry weight.
Know that there are, just like with alcohol, different strengths. That's where we're sitting at that low dose.
When you say low dose,
Yep.
what do you mean?
Yeah, our beverages have 3 milligrams of THC in each can. You can find THC beverages out there that have 5, 10, 20, some have 100 milligrams. What we recommend for anyone that is new to the category, start low, go slow.
That's because the higher the THC content, the stronger the effect will be.
If you've never used THC before, or if you have any underlying medical conditions or concerns, you should really discuss this with your doctor beforehand, especially if you're taking other medications. There can be interactions.
But that 2018 Farm Bill didn't come with federal regulations on THC dosage or distribution, leaving it up to states to regulate themselves and creating a potentially dangerous landscape. For instance, in South Carolina, we found 20 milligram cans of THC right next to energy drinks. In Texas, we found 50 milligram cans in the same fridge as regular flavored seltzers. Both of these finds at gas stations. And now the very lawmaker who helped pass the 2018 Farm Bill is taking action on what he says was an unintended loophole that paved the way for these products. Earlier this summer, Senator Mitch McConnell announcing he will push to ban all intoxicating hemp products.
Some of them are even more intoxicating than actually smoking marijuana.
The intent was to allow hemp to be farmed and produced legally in the United States. The intent was not to create a loophole that was big enough to drive a whole new industry through.
We have limited information and limited data on THC that is smoked or THC that's in edibles. The same goes for these THC drinks. We don't know what long-term use looks like. There is certainly data that has been established that shows that THC can be addictive.
For someone who's never felt a high before, what does that high feel like?
I'd say more of like a bubbly, tickly, uplifted feeling is the best way I could explain it.
And how about a hangover?
There is no hangover.
While some say these drinks can cause grogginess or mild dehydration, the drinks seem to be appealing to the growing wave of Americans pushing away alcohol. A recent survey found the percent of adults under 35 who say they drink alcohol dropped from 72 to 62 over the past 2 decades. Meanwhile, the market for these THC beverages has seen explosive growth. In 2023, it was estimated at $239 million, and is expected to reach $4.1 billion by 2028, over a 1,600% increase. Moore says they're seeing that THC beverage explosion up close, and they want more regulation.
The people of America want safe THC products to consume. So what's frustrating is that it takes a while, it takes a lot of fighting. It takes good actors in this space pushing for regulation, pushing for and showing that you can do things the right way.
Rogen isn't the only celebrity to branch out into this booming industry. Co-host of The View, Whoopi Goldberg, started her own brand too, calling her drink Whoop-Tea. And of course, Snoop Dogg has his own line of beverages, Iconic Tonics. And Gwyneth Paltrow invested in Can.
I mean, you see, back in 2018, Mitch McConnell was one of the biggest advocates of the federal farm bill. What do you make of that?
I mean, I think it's pressure from other industries probably who fear they will lose money at the, as people have more options. It's not based on logic. It's not based on science. And so the only other thing could be based on his money.
In Kentucky, McConnell's home state, hemp is a booming business. At the state fair this year, amongst the wholesome staples like farm animals, obscenely large produce, sugar-filled foods, and rides that won't stop spinning is a new product.
What can we do for you?
Cornbread hemp.
She's got 3. Yeah. Is it cash or card?
Selling these THC seltzers.
You are done.
The Louisville-based, family-run company on track to make $50 million this year. Now caught in a tug-of-war between the two senators for the future of this lucrative business.
This amendment will destroy the hemp industry. Something more thoughtful has to happen.
The only surefire way to change this and to make clear whether this is legal or illegal would be at the legislative level. It's almost certainly not going to be enough to push for a federal regulatory action.
We're caught in the middle of a national drama that's focused here in Kentucky.
Jim Higdon, the co-founder of Cornbread Hemp, agrees with McConnell that there should be more regulation. In 2019, McConnell worked with Higdon, writing a letter to the FDA, pushing for more regulation in this new, rapidly evolving industry.
Guardrails that need to be in place for these products at a top level are pretty simple. 21 and over age gating, third-party lab testing, some basic packaging and labeling requirements to make sure look-alike products aren't proliferating in the marketplace.
But now Higdon and Eric Zipperly, Cornbread's CEO, say McConnell's current push to close the hemp loophole would devastate his own constituents.
I would be lying if I didn't say that there's been nights that are sleepless or nights where I wake up because I'm having a nightmare, just envisioning losing the business and everything that we've worked for, and envisioning our customers losing access to these products.
Cornbread creates their products from the hemp grown on this 55-acre farm in the Bluegrass State. For them, the battle is about more than just making THC products.
We're creating jobs. Family farms are disappearing like crazy. But now, with outdoor hemp cultivation, we've given a new generation of Kentucky farmers hope for a new tomorrow.
And we are still on that economic journey and staring in the face of it being pulled out right from under us.
And that's why Higdon is lobbying at a local event, like this one.
We still have work to do with our friends in the spirits manufacturing industry. They're going through the stages of grief on this. We need to get them to negotiation and acceptance, and that's taking some time.
And engaging with the power players on Capitol Hill.
We agree with Senator McConnell identifying the problems in the unregulated market, especially as it relates to marketing products to children. We just disagree with his solution.
A spokesperson for McConnell telling ABC News that they continue to be in conversation with parties on both sides of the issue, and that the hemp language simply restores the original intent of the original hemp bill and closes the loophole. Under the language, industrial hemp and CBD products remain legal.
Whether it happens or not is really anyone's guess, because the horse trading that goes into something like this is very hard to predict.
Is there a world where we see Seth Rogen on Capitol Hill advocating for marijuana and cannabis?
I mean, sure, I've got to, I doubt anyone would show up, but I think, I'd be more than happy to. To me, like, the proof is in the pudding. Like, society is moving in a more direction where weed is more culturally acceptable. It just, sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back.